Hi, my name is Kuku and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the 7 things having acne taught me. So let's get into it. So the first thing I learned from having acne was that beauty comes from within. This might sound like a really cliche and obvious thing to say, but I guess it really wasn't for me at that stage of life in which I had it. I was probably about 21 years old, freshly out of uni, and to be honest with you, my looks were of utmost importance to me. I cared how I looked, but having acne as a young adult, I was forced to begin to look inward and see what else was within me that makes me beautiful. And I established that, you know, me being kind makes me beautiful, me being gentle, me being caring makes me beautiful, my giftings, my talents, these are all things that make me beautiful, my personality, my character, you know, these are the things that make me beautiful, and I am worth so much more than my outward appearance, whether that be how great my hair looks, the smoothness of my skin, what I wear. You know, beauty is inward, it is not outward. The second thing acne taught me was that health is wealth. So one of the things I heard repeatedly during my time of dealing with acne from both, I don't know, bootleg GPs, and when I say bootleg GPs, I mean untrained friends and family that would ask me questions in a bid to help me and diagnose me, as well as you know, actual GPs, because I did seek medical help. But one thing that the GPs and my friends and family would always ask me is, are you stressed? And to be honest with you, in this particular season of my life, I was young. I don't think I knew what stress was, and I don't know what triggered stress for me personally. For me, I guess I just viewed stress as something that adults dealt with. My mum, my dad, my aunts, my uncle, anybody who was older than me. I'm 21 years old, freshly graduated from uni. What do I have to be stressed about? But in hindsight, I realized I had many things to be stressed about. A new graduate, working in the professional environment in London. I'm not from London, so I'm in a new city, living in a new environment that was very different to the environment that I've grown up in and the environments that I've lived in. These are all things that cause stress, but I was unable to recognize it at that point. I can't say that my environment and the changes in my lifestyle were the things that caused me to be stressed, that caused me to have acne. I genuinely don't know, but they could have been triggers, and health is wealth. So it's up to you, and it's your responsibility to know what causes your body to respond in particular ways. You know, what causes you to be anxious, what causes you to be stressed. Health is wealth, and it's your responsibility. So that is one of the things I learned from having acne. The third thing I learned from having acne is that people are quickly to judge. To be honest with you, this is just a fact and matter of life, and there's not too much that you can really do about it. It's out of your control, and you need to have a confidence that comes from within. You need to have an assurance that comes from within. Your assurance can't be based on what other people think of you. And I think for me, and I didn't realize that I really did seek for approval or affirmation outwardly, and that's not something that I do now. I don't know, maybe it can either come across sometimes that I don't care, or I'm closed off, cold maybe, or even absent. But that's not the case. Like I'm actually quite happy and proud to say that I'm in a place where I'm confident within my skin. Not that I don't have my own fair share of, you know, concerns about myself and insecurities. I think that's natural, any stage of life that you're in. But I'm no longer looking for outward approval. I want to be free within myself and free within my skin. And people are going to judge you anyway. So live your best life, and live your best life for yourself. Don't change for anyone. Be you. One thing that I learned in this season is that I really desire deep connections, deep meaningful relationships with people. I don't like small talk. Ask any of my friends. Of course, there are situations where you have to have this, but I no longer waste my time pouring into, if you can even say pouring into relationships, or pouring energy into situations and scenarios that are not becoming of the desires that I have for myself when it comes to relationships. People are going to judge me anyway, so I'm just going to do me and keep it moving. And that's my encouragement to anybody else. So the fourth thing having acne did for me is it helped me find my confidence and my self-belief. I think this fits really nicely in with the last point that I shared, but having acne really made me have to, as I've mentioned earlier, look inwards and reflect on who I really am, who God says I am, as I believe. And I found confidence in a season that, to be honest, you would expect people to lose confidence. And don't get me wrong, I did have low confidence at one point, but I quickly had to come out of that bubble because it was affecting how I saw myself. Even when I go on my Instagram today, I can see the season in which I was dealing with everything with my skin, because I didn't post any pictures of myself. The only thing that you will see on my Instagram are pictures of food from the restaurants that I went to, and also Bible scriptures, because that's all I posted. But I quickly had to come out of that place because it's unhealthy. I had to find confidence, and for me, my confidence comes from God. It doesn't come from within me, because I can't rely on myself. I can't rely on my ability to think or my ability to retain information, or my looks, you know. That's just not going to cut it for me. So my confidence comes from God. I have self-belief. I believe that I can do anything I apply myself to, not because I'm pompous, but because I have almighty power behind me, supporting me, that enables me to do that. So as I use my resources, I can do whatever I set my heart to do. The fifth thing having acne taught me was that there will sometimes be seasons in your life or things in your life that you just cannot do anything about. You can't force your hand. You can't cause there to be a change, even though you might want this thing to change so much. There's nothing that you can do. Sometimes you just have to sit back, be patient, and ride it out. That's one thing that has benefited me so much, because genuinely there are things that I want in my life now that are not going to come overnight. I mean, I'm going to need to wait 3 years, 5 years, 10 years for. And having acne, something that is so outwardly obvious and people see it. I mean, I've been stopped on the street before, offered advice unsolicited about, you know, my skin, because it's something that is outward, something that can be seen. But because I had to wait, I don't even know how long I was dealing with it all for now, because that season felt so long, but now it feels like a blip. Do you know what I mean? Like a blip in my life. It really did not last that long, and I'm over it now, and I'm now managing my skin in this season. But because of that experience I had, I am now able to wait patiently for other things that are inward desires. You guys don't know about what those desires are, but we all have desires for certain things. And having acne just taught me that, you know what, babes, sometimes you need to be patient. Sometimes you need to take a step back. It's not as bad as you think it is, and it will be over before you know it. The sixth thing that having acne taught me was that no one notices your flaws as much as you do. When we go through things, or when we're insecure about something, we have this way of blowing it up in our minds and feeling like everybody sees us for that thing. Maybe they do, but also maybe they don't. Your issue, whether it's a flaw, whether it's your skin, whether it's your weight, whatever it might be, will always be bigger to you than it is somebody external. And that links really nicely into my point earlier about how having acne helped me find my confidence and my self-belief. It helped me find my self-worth. If you are confident within yourself, you will not, you know, magnify your issues externally. and you will not project that onto people. People will treat you how people will treat you, and that's a reflection of themselves. That's not a reflection of you at all. So just keep it moving and just take a step back. Love yourself. Self-care and self-love is so important, and if you can't love yourself, how can you love anybody else? So that should be your primary focus. Just loving you and being confident and happy with yourself in every season, because things change. Today you can be slim, tomorrow you can be a little bit bigger, and vice versa. Today I have clear skin, but as we all know, because I'm filming this video, I've had acne before. It can come back, and sometimes I do get spots, but it's not forever, and I don't need to magnify my problems and project it onto other people, because my flaws are my flaws and people have their flaws, and that is fine. That is just a part of life. No one sees it as big as you do. So just take a step back and chill. It is all good. So the seventh and final thing that having acne taught me was it revealed to me what my purpose is. I guess I had the ability and the time to take a step back from every single other thing that may serve as a distraction and really focus on what I'm good at and what I'm passionate about, and I was able to unveil that. And part of the reason as to why I'm here today, even filming this video, is because of the purpose that was unveiled to me in that season of my life where I wasn't feeling too great about myself. And for me, I think that that's an awesome thing, and I'm so grateful, because I mean, I'm 26 now, and I know that people, search for their purpose for so much longer than me, but I had been searching for my purpose for quite a long time. For it to be unveiled to me literally only like 2 years ago, maybe even a year ago, even after I had dealt with the acne and everything. So I guess my charge and my encouragement to anybody else out there who's dealing with acne or any other body issue, whether it's a permanent one or whether it's a seasonal one, is that don't define yourself by this season in your life. There is so much more to come, and there's so much more within you that you need to show and share with the world. So go out there, be free in who you are, and just do great and mighty things, because today is today and tomorrow will be another day. And that's it. There's always tomorrow, and tomorrow can be greater. Thank you so much for watching my video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. If you have dealt with acne yourself, leave a comment below and tell me some of the things that you learned from dealing with acne, or if you've dealt with any other issue in your life. Tell me, please share in the comments. Let's have a conversation. Let's get a dialogue going about things that you learned from that season in your life. I would love to know. If you know anyone that's dealt with acne, or anyone else who has dealt with anything in their life of similar nature, please do share this with them. I hope this video can be a blessing, and I hope that we can see that, there's so much more to every season. It doesn't have to be a negative thing. Positivity can come out of it. I unveiled so much positivity through having acne, and I honestly don't think I would be who I am today if I didn't go through that, because I needed to look elsewhere other than in the media, whether that's social media, magazines or whatever. I needed to look inward, and I needed to look to God, and having acne enabled me to do that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.